Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are tackling a huge question that I know many of you are struggling with. Should I move to Germany or should I stay in India? I want to start by acknowledging that this is a massive life-changing decision. If you're considering this move, you're probably feeling a mix of excitement and anxiety. I get it. I was in your exact position many years ago. Whether you're a fresh graduate, a mid career professional, or a high income earner, this decision needs a lot of thought. And that's why I've created this video. If you're weighing the pros and cons of moving to Germany versus staying in India, you're in the right place. Stay with me until the end because I'm going to present a few frameworks and strategies that will help you with your decision making process. We'll look at different scenarios, break down the risks and benefits, and even do some exercises. So if you have a pen and paper handy, go ahead and bring it now. We'll be doing some interactive activities that you might want to write down. Don't worry if you don't have writing materials right now, you can still follow along and do the exercises mentally. First, let's look at our risks versus benefits chart. This chart helps us evaluate two key aspects. Risks, which could be not finding jobs at all, or going through a period of, say, 6 months for searching jobs and being frustrated, or being open to entry-level jobs initially. Family responsibilities, upgrading your skills to match the German job market. And let's look at benefits, which depend on your personal goals and aspirations, maybe have a better financial situation, your long-term career plans, maybe you're open to new experiences. Now let's apply this to three types of people. Person A, the fresh graduate. For our fresh graduate who may have just passed out of college, could be bachelor's or master's degree, and he or she does not have too many commitments at this stage. For me personally, I was kind of in this category when I finished my master's degree, and I was working in quite a prestigious company for 1 year, and I still decided to make the move to move abroad. Here you are in the low risk, high benefit category. Why? Because you have less to lose and more to gain. And my advice is to absolutely just go for it. And you will need to follow a goal setting framework for this. Could be like start learning German language immediately. Research what entry level jobs are in your field. You can also start building a network through online forums, Facebook groups, and LinkedIn. And you also need to save money for your initial expenses. The visa costs money, and flight tickets, accommodation, and so on. And remember, as a fresh graduate, you're adaptable and you have your whole career ahead of you. Germany could be an amazing launchpad. Let's look at person B, the professional. Now, if you are someone who earns 1.5 lakhs a month in a city like Bangalore, Delhi, now this is a really comfortable situation and you are already in the top 5% in India. Congrats. You may be committed, you may have family responsibilities, or you may have financial commitments. So at this point, you really have to ask yourself, beyond this financial gain, is there something else that interests you to move overseas? So it is kind of like a high risk and potentially lower benefits kind of situation. And the move might not offer significant gains, but it really depends on other things. Like if you have a personal goal or aspirations of moving abroad, maybe you just want to travel more. If you're satisfied with your current trajectory, staying might be the better option, staying in India. But if you crave international experience or if you have specific goals only achievable in Germany, it might be worth the risk. Now let's look at person C, the mid-career professional. Now this is where it gets really interesting. You're at high risk, but potentially high benefits. So you're someone who has maybe between 4 to 8 years of experience. At this stage, some of you are looking for another master's degree or looking for a big change in your career. And this might be the option for you. Going to Germany might be an option for you. And for person C, instead of goal setting, the fear might be setting you back more. than your goals. You might have really good goals, but you might be really fearful of taking action. And that is where this exercise called the fear setting exercise comes handy. So let's look at some common fears. What if I am jobless in a foreign country? What if I can't fulfill my family responsibilities? What if the cost of living is so high that I actually won't be able to save? And what if I'm homesick or culturally isolated? Now that we've defined these fears, let's look at some ways in which we can prevent it. You're not going to completely eliminate your fears, but this is a way to handle those fears. How could you prevent being jobless in a foreign country? Through research upfront and networking before even moving there. And let's say that doesn't work. How can you repair that? You can find odd jobs. Once you're there, you can find casual jobs, or you can use savings from your blocked account. The second one, maybe you can't fulfill your family responsibilities. How can you prevent it? Now, again, this is heavily reliant on how you plan things, but let's say you want to try this out for 6 months. So you need a detailed budget, saying for each month what are your expenses for each month, and what are the other tasks that you need to do. Can you do these tasks from overseas? Let's say your monthly budget is 50,000. You need to spend 50,000 on your family every month. So upfront, even before going, you will save 3 lakhs, which is 50,000 for 6 months. So that is how you can repair this situation. So you have 3 lakhs saved so that you don't have to bother about your financial commitments, or maybe your family commitments are mostly financially, and having a set time so you can call your wife or your girlfriend or your kids every day at this particular time. And so similarly, you can do a similar exercise for all the other fears you have. It could be a list of 10 fears. Go ahead and write that down. Write down all your 10 fears and then think of ways in which you can prevent these fears. So if you could spend some time tonight after your job, whenever you find a really quiet space, set yourself just 30 minutes in a really quiet space, whether it's on the rooftop, in your bedroom, if you want to play some light music in the background, but really focus on this risks and how you can mitigate it. The second part is, what are the benefits of an attempt or a partial success of even an attempt? A, you can achieve your dream. There is a better quality of life. And these are just examples that I came up with. Maybe you might find something else different. You might find confidence is a benefit of even applying for this process. Or you might find that you have a really good clarity on this process and you're ready to apply for another country's migration. And or you might just be open to a travel opportunity. So once you get the visa and you're able to go to Germany, you might just take that as a travel opportunity. Spend 6 months with your savings and travel, meet new people, understand a new culture, work some odd jobs, and come back with a richer experience. Now let's look at the third one, the cost of inaction. Remember, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. The cost of inaction could be emotional, could be personal, could be social, and you could have long-term impacts. Most costs of inactions are regret and what-if syndrome. Maybe you feel stuck or unfulfilled in current circumstances. You can see the other potential things that you may miss out on. These are the costs of inaction. You have you have your thoughts written down, and you will be able to give it an impact score from 0 to 10. And now you're in a better position to make a decision. So what's the verdict? For person A, full steam ahead. The world is your oyster. For person B, carefully weigh your personal goals against your current comfort. For person C, consider the fear setting exercise. Is the potential gain worth the calculated risk? Remember, hard choices, easy life. Easy choices, hard life. That's all for today. How did this impact your decision on a scale of 1 to 10? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more career advice.